Tadashi, you mustn't rely too much on the company as a salaryman. As long as you're a worker, you'll keep getting exploited.
My parents both worked for a trading company. Even as a child, I remember them working so hard that they barely had time to sleep, serving the company even when transferred to distant locations. But... Dad? In the end, my parents worked as the company demanded and were discarded like old rags. As a child, I realized that I needed the ability to earn on my own to adapt to anything. My name is Tadashi Uesugi. I'm 24 years old, and I don't have a girlfriend. Right now, I'm just a company employee, but my dream is to someday start my own business and live off it. All right, it's 5 o'clock. I quickly start tidying up. Leaving on time is a strict rule I've imposed on myself. That's why I prepare and plan thoroughly so I can finish my work within working hours. It's not like I'm slacking off or being lazy. I may do the minimum, but I complete all my tasks. For me, working at the company is just something to keep food on the table, a way to make a living, what I call rice work. Thanks for today. I'm leaving now. Maybe because of my parents' influence, the idea that overtime is the norm or that leaving on time is bad doesn't sit well with me. But no one in this company respects my way of thinking. He should at least do some overtime. I've got a live concert to go today too.
Seriously. Must be nice being a deadweight employee.
Especially these two, Chiba and Miyoshi. They're my colleagues, and they've labeled me as a deadweight employee since I don't work beyond my minimum quota. But I leave work without worrying about their cold stares, just like I always do. It's not like I'm denying their way of thinking. They could at least acknowledge mine a little. While muttering complaints, I sit down at my computer as soon as I get home. Outside of my company's working hours, I spend all my time on my side business. I import vintage clothing from America and sell it on my own website. It's what you'd call an import business. Sales today are 220,000 yen. Not bad, I guess. The advantage of overseas imports is that just sourcing from abroad drastically reduces competitors. Plus, since most vintage clothes are one of a kind, there's no direct competition, and I don't get caught up in price wars. Everything's not perfect, but I'm definitely earning more than my colleagues at the company. Is blindly following the tasks given by the company really the only right way to work? I'm doing the job I'm paid for, so there's no reason for anyone to complain. No matter how much you devote yourself to a company, there's no guarantee they'll always protect you. To me, overcommitting to a company without considering that possibility is just a waste of time. Times have changed, and there's no guarantee that unpaid overtime or long working hours will pay off anymore. There are risks to side businesses, but they're worth taking. In this era, having the ability to earn on your own is essential. All right, I refocus and dive back into my side business, clearing my mind of any unnecessary thoughts. One day, my sister Momo suddenly came to visit me.
Hey bro, have you been?
What's up, Momo? What's going on?
Oh well, please lend me some money, big bro. Please, without asking why. Please, I'm begging you.
It's rare for Momo to plead with me like this. She's currently in her second year of college, and I'm pretty sure she's working a part-time job. Despite her flashy gyaru appearance, Momo isn't wasteful and has never had trouble with borrowing or lending money. Plus, since she went through similar struggles with our parents, I tend to spoil her a little. All right, I'll do it. But I'm not lending you any money.
You're not?
I won't lend you money, but you can work for it. I suggested that Momo help me with my side business, and in return, I'd pay her for her work.
Got it. So it's like a part-time job, huh? All right, I'll do my best. Thanks for the opportunity.
And so, Momo started helping me with my vintage clothing import business from my house. All right, Momo, after you take a photo of the item, drag it here. Then input the price here and the size here. The photo caption is crucial. It's an important point that affects sales.
Like this? Drag it like the thing I'm always licking?
No, that's not right. You do it like this.
Ugh, bro, you're so bad at teaching. I'm totally going nuts.
What does that even mean? Focus.
I can't do this, yo.
This is going to be tough. But being a kid of the modern age, Momo quickly got the hang of it.
But bro, we sold it. It's selling.
Finally, the vintage Skajan jacket Momo picked out and uploaded was purchased.
Yay, we did it.
Nice job, Momo. Making a profit through your own efforts is fun, right? It's a completely different kind of money compared to what you earn as a salaryman or part-time worker.
Yeah, thinking for yourself and working on your own is way more interesting than just following orders. This is so fun.
Right? This is your share of the profits, so let's keep up the good work and earn even more. Seeing Momo so happy makes me feel a bit happier too. One day, when I came home as usual, I found Momo with a woman I didn't know.
Hey, welcome home, bro. Today, I got a friend from a university.
The woman was slender and dressed in a simple one-piece dress, the complete opposite of Momo's flashy style.
Nice to meet you. I'm Anna Saijo. Sorry to intrude while you weren't home.
She's so pretty. Suddenly, a shock ran through me like a bolt of lightning. I'm Tadashi Uesugi, Momo's brother. Oh no, I think I'm in love at first sight.
Bro, isn't Anna a beauty? Hey, bro.
Yes, she's beautiful. I blurted out a weird response, and Anna gave me an awkward smile. At least she didn't get freaked out. Apparently, Anna had heard about my side business from Momo and became interested.
I'll be job hunting seriously starting next year as a third-year student, so I thought it would be nice to experience different types of work beforehand. I don't need money, but could I work here to learn?
Yes, absolutely. I'll make sure to pay you properly.
Deciding that quickly? Jeez, you're so easy to read, bro.
From that day on, the three of us, me, Momo, and Anna, continued the vintage clothing import business.
By the way, Anna, you always have such good taste in clothes.
Really? Oh, I'm glad. Thanks, Momo.
Where do you usually buy your clothes?
Well, I mostly shop online. Now that you mention it, our shop only has men's fashion, right? Don't you carry any women's clothing?
I'm not very familiar with women's fashion, so that's why. But with your keen sense of style and Momo's gyaru expertise, I think we can make it work. I gave the okay right away and left the women's fashion sourcing to them. One advantage of running a small side business is how quickly decisions can be made compared to large companies or organizations. Thanks to that speedy decision making, this new venture was a huge success. Meanwhile, the toxic work culture at my company had started taking a toll on its performance. Did you hear? Yamamoto from Section 3 quit because of health issues.
What? Yamamoto too? Lately, more and more people have been leaving. Why is it that other people are quitting instead of that deadweight Uesugi?
Employees like Uesugi who don't work seriously and act on their own are a cancer to the company. It's because of guys like him that the company's performance is tanking. 2 months after we started selling women's fashion, the site's sales had doubled. I left the operational work to the two of them and started focusing on the creative tasks that only I could handle. Things are going well, Momo.
Yeah, I can finally pay off the costume debt.
Costume debt?
Nothing.
She's a strange one.
You two get along so well. I'm really glad I can work here too.
After seeing Momo rush off to the bathroom, Anna chuckled softly. You'll be starting job hunting seriously this spring, right, Anna? So you'll only be able to work here for a little while longer, huh?
Actually, I was wondering if I could keep working here indefinitely.
What? I mean, that's amazing, but are you sure?
Yes, you're always so considerate of me and Momo, Uesugi. You're flexible with our working hours, and you stop us from overworking when it looks like it might happen. On top of that, your drive to build a profitable business is really inspiring. I admire that about you. which is why I want to stick with you.
Thank you. Hearing that makes me really happy. The truth is, I watched my parents get worn out by their jobs at a company. So I've been careful to make sure that neither you nor Momo end up like that. I began telling her about my parents bit by bit. Now, both of my parents are healthy, both physically and mentally, and they work at their own pace. But Momo and I saw how tough it was for them to get to this point.
Your care and drive when it comes to work come from those hardships, huh? But don't just focus on taking care of us. Make sure you take care of yourself too, Isugi. If you ever feel like you're pushing yourself too hard, I'll be here to support you.
Thank you. That makes me feel a lot more confident. Anna's gentle, comforting smile made me even more determined to succeed in our side business. I swore I would never make Anna regret her decision to work with me. From that point on, I implemented various strategies to grow the business. First, I stopped relying solely on importing vintage clothing. I turned my attention to exporting instead. Momo, what do people overseas want from Japan?
Character goods, duh. Japanese subculture is huge worldwide. Everyone wants stuff from artists and anime.
Of course, that's the way to go. I immediately started an Instagram account aimed at international customers and uploaded products that I thought would sell well. Then I made direct sales pitches to accounts that responded.
Since we only sourced items that were requested, we didn't have to worry about managing inventory.
Let's keep pushing to increase our sales.
I finally decided to quit my current company. The company had begun offering voluntary early retirement, and my side business had grown to a point where I could make it my main job. When word of my resignation got out, my two colleagues approached me.
So, Uesugi, you've finally given up. Teamwork is everything at a company. It's only natural to dedicate yourself to the company.
You were a burden because you didn't have the mindset to belong to a company. With you gone, the company's performance should improve.
Yeah, no way will the company's performance improve just because I'm leaving. But if you want to keep dedicating yourself to a company like this, I won't stop you.
Ha! If we all pull together as one team, the company's performance will definitely improve.
That's right. Don't come crying leader, saying you should have been more cooperative.
In my opinion, people with true cooperation skills don't outright reject differing viewpoints. They only know how to conform. In the end, I couldn't get along with the other employees, and I left the company. Years later, Chiba and Miyoshi had completely lost their enthusiasm and sat dejectedly.
Damn, I can't believe we got laid off in the end.
I endured that awful work environment, trying my best.
I heard that the company I used to work for has been declining ever since and is now on the verge of bankruptcy.
If I'd known it would turn out like this, I wouldn't have sacrificed so much for that company.
Chiba sighed as he stared out the window. Then he saw something.
Huh? Isn't that Uesugi, the deadweight employee?
Chiba saw me walking with Anna and Momo.
Oh, you're right. He's with two women. But what do they see in a guy like that?
Seriously? Compared to me? Wait, what?
Chiba suddenly realized something and shouted. Leaving a wide-eyed Miyoshi behind, he paid for his drink and ran out of the cafe.
Hey, Uesugi!
Whoa, Chiba? Long time no see.
This isn't the time for pleasantries. Why are you with Momorine?
Chiba's eyes locked on to a certain person.
Yoo-hoo! It's Momorin. But I retired from being an idol, so stop calling me that. Kippy?
After I quit the company, I found out that Momo had been part of the underground idol group Sailors and was known to fans as Momorine. The reason she was short on money a few years ago was that she spent it on stage costumes and studio rental fees. When I asked why she didn't tell me about her idol activities,
Fine. Can I call you Momo-chan then?
I guess I'll allow that. Meow.
she didn't want me to know about her cutesy idol persona. This was the first time I saw Momo like this, but I totally understand why she'd want to keep it hidden. Even though she's retired, her dedication to keeping up the act is impressive.
Wait, no! Why are you even with a guy like Uesugi, Momo-chan?
A guy like him?
That's right! Maybe you don't know this, but this guy was a deadweight employee! He barely did the minimum work and never worked overtime. There's no point in sticking with a guy who has no sense of responsibility. I'm way more valuable as a man than he is.
Shut it!
What?
I said, shut it, you fool!
Eh?
Momo goes off on Chiba. Once Momo reaches her boiling point, she's terrifyingly fierce.
Who are you calling deadweight, you idiot?
What? Bro?
That's right. Tadashi Uesugi is my big brother. My brother isn't like you. He's someone who takes action on his own. He's not lacking in consideration. You guys were just written off.
Eh?
Like brother, like sister, huh?
At some point, Miyoshi had appeared and was now glaring at Momo, her nose turned up.
Thinking it's okay to turn your back on the company is what proves you have no sense of responsibility. What did you say?
Calm down, Momo. So, what do you have to show for being loyal to the company? I heard the company is on the brink of bankruptcy.
That's...
I did the work the company expected of me. And I didn't feel any obligation to work beyond that, so I stuck to regular hours. That's all there was to it.
With that mindset, you'll never make it in any company. I don't know what you're doing now, but you must be living a pretty poor life, right?
I was about to respond when Anna stepped forward with a business card.
My apologies for the delay. I'm Anna Saijo, secretary to the president of LK Companies, Uesugi's business.
President? And LK Companies? You mean LK Market?
That's right. My personal website, LK Market, grew steadily through import and export sales and became a corporation. The employees are just me, Anna, and Momo, who joined a year ago. But by outsourcing to freelancers and prioritizing an excellent work environment, our business continues to thrive.
You might have seen Uesugi as a deadweight employee, but what you saw was only a part of him. Behind the scenes, Uesugi was taking risks and acting on his own to improve. He simply chose a path where he didn't rely on the company. There's nothing inherently right or wrong with that choice. Criticizing someone based on your own perspective is a mistake.
What the hell? If there's no right or wrong way to live, why do only you guys get to be happy? We deserve to be happy too.
That's right. We've been dedicated to the company all this time. How can they just throw us away like we're nothing?
Dedicated? No, you were just blindly following orders. If you couldn't quit, that's one thing, but if you stayed voluntarily, I don't feel sorry for you at all. If you really cared about the company, you would have come up with at least one plan to improve performance. From what I saw, you were just following orders and criticizing me for being out of place. You never thought for yourselves. And now you're paying for it. Happiness doesn't come to you just because you wait for it. You gave up on happiness the moment you left it to the company and took no action yourselves. It's too late to complain about it now. Oh, and don't expect me to help you. You called me a burden and inconsiderate. Surely you don't expect me to do you any favors now. Well, we're on our way to a meeting. If you have no more business with us, we'll be going. Leaving the two of them behind, we walked away together. Later, I heard that Chiba and Miyoshi ended up working for a sketchy company, exhausting themselves to the bone.
It's normal to take the last train home here. What the hell is up with this company?
Miyoshi even got sick and now has to go to the hospital regularly.
If you let yourself be controlled by the company, no number of bodies would be enough to keep up. Taking action to find happiness, huh?
I guess they finally learned that there are different ways to work and live. As for us, we were introducing Anna to my parents. This is Anna Saijo, my fiancé.
Nice to meet you. Tadashi has been taking great care of me.
Yes, after that, Anna and I realized we had mutual feelings and started dating shortly after.
I'm so glad you're happy, Tadashi. You've been through a lot.
Anna, thank you for staying by Tadashi's side. Please continue to take care of him.
Sacrificing yourself for a company or organization isn't necessarily noble. If you can't control your own life and rely on others, you'll never find true happiness. Let's keep supporting each other and find happiness together.
Yes, let's help each other out without pushing ourselves too hard.
We swore to live our lives together, recognizing each other's values and living proactively. That's what true cooperation is.
I finished preparing the documents you requested, manager.
Oh, thank you, Namba-kun. Namba-kun, you don't show much expression and you don't talk much, so it's hard to tell what you're thinking.
That's probably what the manager thinks too. My name's Namba Haruki, 25 years old. I've always had a problem with my facial muscles not working well. On top of that, I don't talk much, so I'm often seen as either cool or mysterious, depending on how you look at it. Well, because of these facial muscles, I don't really care how people perceive me. Besides, it occasionally comes in handy. For example,
Akizuki-san is getting cocky, isn't she? Just because she caught the eye of a rich guy. Totally. I wonder what dirty trick she used to snag someone like Ogo-san. She even skips all the company parties.
the person they're talking about now is Akizuki Kaede-senpai. She's 1 year older than me, and helped me out a lot when I was a new employee. And Akizuki-senpai has a fiancé, Ogo Ryo-san. He works at a major company called Ogo Concern, and he's also the president's son. I once saw the two of them on a date, and they looked like a perfect match, beautiful and handsome. Rumor has it that he's so smitten with her that he doesn't let her go to drinking parties.
Oh, by the way, I heard that Akizuki-san was the one who was chasing after Ogo-san.
Oh really? That's the first I've heard of it.
Ah! What is it, Namba-kun? Don't just jump into the conversation like that.
You're talking in such a public place, so you should expect that others may join the conversation. More importantly, what you're doing is defamation, and it's also against company policy. Shall I report this to your supervisor or the HR?
Huh?
My expressionless face seems to be quite intimidating, especially when I'm angry. It seems to exert an overwhelming pressure on the other party. Oh, and it seems like she heard your entire conversation just now.
What? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I didn't use any dirty tricks or stalk him. So there's no juicy story between us.
In front of me is Akizuki-senpai, smiling wryly. Seeing her, the female employees freeze up. Akizuki-senpai gives off a rather quiet impression, but...
Akizuki-san, that was just a joke. I see. But if this continues, it'll be a problem. So I'll report it to your supervisor. No way!
Senpai is the type to stand up for herself. As a result, the female employees were severely reprimanded by their supervisor later, and had to write apology letters.
Thank you for speaking up for me.
No, it was nothing. As we talk after buying drinks, Akizuki-senpai's eyes are fixed on the can in my hand. It's a milk caramel soft cream drink, super sweet, and my favorite.
It looks really sweet, but also really delicious. Maybe I'll try it next time.
Come to think of it, Akizuki-senpai was the first to notice that I have a major sweet tooth. Due to my appearance, people often give me things like black coffee, which I'm not fond of. I'm actually not good with bitter things, but with my unexpressive face, no one else probably noticed. However...
Namba-kun, you have a sweet tooth, don't you? I can tell just by watching you.
Akizuki-senpai kindly gave me sweet treats with a gentle smile. Ah, this person really pays attention to others. There's a parfait specialty store that just opened near the station. I went there recently, and it was really delicious. If you'd like, as a thank you for before... Oh, wait. You have a fiancé, so this isn't appropriate. Oh, I'm sorry.
He's very particular about these things, so I'm sorry. Besides, it would just be a thank you for a thank you. But I'll definitely go check it out next time.
Oh, please do. Since that day, I've secretly admired her. Time passed, and during a break one day, Akizuki-senpai came to my desk. It looked like she had something she wanted to discuss.
I'm having trouble deciding on a birthday present for my boyfriend.
After hearing her out, it turns out the wedding date is set, and it's going to be his last birthday as a bachelor. She asked her female friends for advice, but that only made her more confused, so she wanted a man's opinion.
I'd prefer something not too expensive that he can use regularly.
Well, in that case, how about a tie or tie-pin? I think they have a romantic feel with a hidden meaning.
Oh, I didn't know there was such a thing. I've already given him ties and tie pins before, but even though it's a little embarrassing, that might be a good idea. Thank you, Namba-kun. I'll consider that.
Akizuki-senpai is listening to my advice seriously. I'm relieved that I could be of help. By the way, what did your friends recommend?
Well, they've suggested everything, so now they're saying I should surprise him with natto cider or something.
What's that, a punishment drink or something?
I guess natto cider is out, right?
Yes, I think it's best to avoid that. A few weeks later, it was finally Ogo-san's birthday.
Thanks, Namba-kun. I was able to get the perfect present for him.
I'm glad I could help. While handing me a thank you drink, Akizuki-senpai was all smiles. She looked so happy. Even though my face didn't show it, I was genuinely relieved. But... Akizuki-senpai, good morning.
Good morning, Namba-kun.
The next day, Akizuki-senpai came to work with eyes that looked like she had been crying, and I was frozen in place for a moment. Combined with her usual lack of energy, I was honestly concerned about what had happened. During break time, I mustered up the courage to speak to Akizuki-senpai timidly. She agreed to talk over lunch, so we went to a diner together.
Yesterday, he called and said that he suddenly had to work, so we couldn't meet. I figured it couldn't be helped, so I decided to wander around town. Then I saw him cheating with another girl, spending time with her.
What? The scene Akizuki-senpai witnessed was Ogo-san walking closely with another woman. They seemed intimate, and it didn't look like he was working at all.
My mind went blank and I couldn't confront him. I just went home.
What? That's impossible! How could he do this when senpai loves him so much? A slow burning anger started to rise within me, but senpai's next words were even more shocking.
This isn't the first time he's cheated on me.
Then, Akizuki-senpai began to recount her memories with Ogo-san. They met in the summer of their third year of university. Apparently, Ogo-san pursued her relentlessly. Since the moment I saw you in the library, I can't stop thinking about you. My heart aches when I think of you. I've never felt this way before. I think this must be what they call love. Akizuki-san, will you go out with me?
I'm sorry, Ogo-kun, but I only see you as a friend.
At first, she kept refusing him, but Ogo-san didn't give up and kept confessing his feelings over and over. Eventually, Akizuki-senpai started facing harassment from other female students out of jealousy. That's when... Kaede isn't the one following me around. I'm the one who's following her. Listen, she's very important to me. Don't ever show your face around her again. Ogo-san stood up for her, and Akizuki-senpai found herself drawn to him. In the summer of their fourth year, they started dating. By the way, the female students who harassed her soon dropped out of university. Akizuki-senpai used to be very shy, but whenever she lost confidence, Ogo-san would encourage her. Kaede, you should have more confidence in yourself. There's no one in the world as kind and considerate as you are.
Thank you, Ryo.
Gradually, Akizuki-senpai began expressing her opinions more openly, and she grew more attached to Ogo-san. For a while, after they started dating, they enjoyed a happy life together. However, just over a year into their relationship, Ogo-san's infidelity was discovered. Not only that, but he had apparently been cheating on her multiple times without her knowing. I'm so sorry. I promise I'll never make you sad again. You're the most important person in the world to me. Please, just give me one more chance. They got engaged on their 1-year anniversary, but Akizuki-senpai broke off the engagement and immediately moved out of their shared home. But then, every day, she was bombarded with apologetic messages and voicemails, and Ogo even came to her house daily to beg for forgiveness.
At one point, I even had to call the police, and it turned into a bit of a scene. My friends told me to hire a lawyer, and I thought about doing that too. It's stupid, isn't it? Watching him desperately apologize every day made me want to believe that maybe this time would be different.
So Akizuki-senpai decided to put the engagement on hold and give their relationship another chance.
And for the past 2 years, nothing happened, and I was genuinely happy. I thought he had truly changed, and we renewed our engagement, but I guess cheaters always cheat again.
Unforgivable.
What?
Akizuki-senpai's eyes widened in surprise. I was also shocked. I didn't expect my facial muscles to move this much. Akizuki-senpai, you don't deserve to be hurt like this. I remember the smile she gave me when she offered me sweets. Senpai is a kind person who can understand the feelings of someone like me, who's bad at expressing emotions. To trample on that kindness in such a way, to betray her twice.
Thank you, Namba-kun. I also think I was stupid, clinging to memories and holding on to hope. Hey, Namba-kun, since I've told you everything, can I ask you for a favor?
If there's anything I can do to help, I'm all in. By the time she finished speaking, the gong for counterattack was ringing in my head. About a month later, Akizuki-senpai was walking beside Ogo-san. The food was delicious! It's your favorite restaurant, isn't it, Kaede? Maybe he didn't think he was caught cheating, or maybe he just didn't feel guilty about it. Ogo-san smiled at Akizuki-senpai with a calm demeanor.
Yeah, thanks for taking me. Hey, I want to feel the night breeze. So how about we take a break in the park? The stars are beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. But they can't compare to the brightest star sitting next to me. The engaged couple sits on a bench, gazing at the starry sky. It would normally be a romantic situation. However,
Let's break up.
the words came so naturally from Akizuki-senpai's mouth that it took Ogo-san a few seconds to process them. Huh? What?
I saw you on your birthday, walking with another woman.
That's not it! That wasn't cheating!
I don't want to hear any excuses. And it wasn't just that day, right? You've been cheating on me for a while, haven't you? I even have evidence. I want you to help me gather evidence of his cheating, Namba-kun.
Yes, Akizuki-senpai's request was for help in investigating Ogo-san. She wanted to confirm it with her own eyes first, and if it was too difficult, she planned to hire a professional like a detective. Fortunately, in the past month, we caught Ogo-san meeting with multiple women. We managed to capture photos of these encounters. By the way, these photos were already shown to Ogo-san's parents, and they've been informed of the engagement's cancellation.
I'm breaking off our engagement because of your infidelity. Let's settle the rest through our lawyers.
But you were smiling so happily beside me just yesterday, Kaede. So, you were deceiving me? That's cruel, Kaede.
Are you seriously saying that? You're the one who deceived me first. You promised you'd never make me sad again, but in the end you cheated.
No, wait, Kaede. You've got it all wrong. Akizuki-senpai brushed off Ogo-san as he tried to cling to her and sighed.
Anyway, I can't be with you anymore. If I stay with you, I'll never be free from the fear that you'll betray me again. And besides, I've completely lost my feelings for you. Don't touch me with those filthy hands.
Wait, please! Ignoring his desperate pleas, Akizuki-senpai stood up from the bench. As she started to leave, Ogo-san's outrageous words reached her ears. All I ever wanted was to cherish you! Everyone else is just like puppets lying around. As the heir of a prominent family, everyone blindly follows my orders no matter what they go through. Even that woman I was with, she's nothing but a fool who's good for nothing, but swallowing my desires whole. I could never love someone like that. Even on my birthday, I really wanted to be with you. I wanted you to celebrate with me. But I messed up at work that day and got scolded by my father. I thought I might hurt you if I saw you, so I... He went on to say things that were so shocking. I couldn't help but feel a bit sorry for the woman he cheated with. Though, considering she was aware of all this and still got involved with him, she must have had her own agenda. So, now you understand that what I'm saying is true, right? If I hadn't met with that woman that day, I might have done the same thing to you. I just wanted to protect you, so this isn't cheating. Ogo-san insisted on his twisted version of love. Akizuki-senpai just listened with a cold expression.
Is that so? I see.
Yeah, that's right. Everything was for you. I'm sorry for making you misunderstand and hurting you, but I knew you would understand. So, let's start over again. It'll be okay. We can still build a happy family together. Ogo looking at Akizuki-senpai with shining eyes, but...
You've got to be kidding me.
What? When Akizuki-senpai turned around, her eyes were cold, and she wore a slight smile. Combined with the emotionless tone of her voice, Ogo-san was left frozen in place.
Protect me? Not cheating? Build a happy family? No, that's impossible. No matter how you spin it, it's still cheating. And there's no way I could build a happy family with someone like you. The reason I was attracted to you in the first place was because you seemed sincere. That's why I agreed to get engaged. But then you cheated. And even though you promised not to make me sad again, you did it again. Come to think of it, you never said you wouldn't cheat, did you? I guess to you it wasn't cheating, so that makes sense. When you said you'd never make me sad again, did you mean you wouldn't let me catch you again? Right. There's someone I want to introduce you to. Someone who helped me with this.
What's this about? Suddenly being called, I appeared from the distance where I had been watching, feeling slightly confused. Huh? Who the hell are you?
This is Namba-kun. He's a colleague who helped me gather evidence of your cheating. I asked him to stay close in case you lost your temper and tried anything.
Yes, the reason I knew what was going on was because I was observing from nearby. Since Ogo-san seemed like a dangerous guy, I asked her to let me stay close by just in case.
Thank you, Namba-kun. Because you were nearby, I was able to speak my mind without worry.
With those words, Akizuki-senpai approached me, took my hand, and smiled. Understanding her intentions, I quietly accepted her hand. Huh? What are you doing, Kaede?
What do you mean? I'm just thanking him.
But there's no need to hold his hand. Hey, you! Let go of Kaede's hand right now! Ogo-san started to rush toward us, but Akizuki-senpai stepped in front of me as if to protect me. This caused Ogo-san to grind his teeth in frustration and stop in his tracks.
Why are you so panicked? I'm just holding a colleague's hand, that's all. You did the same with other women, didn't you?
But that wasn't cheating! And what you're doing is...
You didn't like it, did you? Of course not. After all, you're very jealous. You even hated it when I talked to other men, didn't you? You didn't want me to attend drinking parties either. Where the line is between cheating and not cheating varies from person to person. That's why they say, if the person on the receiving end thinks it's cheating, then it's cheating.
Ugh.
Well, you're experiencing this for the first time because I was your first love. And I tried my best not to hurt you. So from my perspective, what you did was definitely cheating. But I suppose there aren't many people who wouldn't see your actions as cheating. So maybe you should ask the next girl before you start something.
No, I'm sorry. I don't want another girl. You're the only one for me. Akizuki-senpai turned her back on Ogo-san. Ogo-san reached out toward her back.
You may only have me, but I never want to see you again. Goodbye.
With that, Akizuki-senpai left the park. His outstretched hand would never reach her again. We're deeply sorry for what our son has done. Ogo-san's parents kept the engagement cancellation a secret from him until Kaede settled things herself. After everything was resolved, they visited Akizuki-senpai the next day and apologized on their knees. As for Ogo-san himself, after being dumped by Akizuki-senpai, he couldn't focus and made several big mistakes at work, and then...
You're being dismissed. The president also agrees with this decision.
No way! He finally made an irreparable mistake and was dismissed. His father, the president, didn't say a word, and his superior informed him before he left the company. Now he seems to be scraping by with part-time jobs, regretting his foolish past. Kaede! By the way, Akizuki-senpai also demanded compensation from Ogo-san's mistresses. They deserve no sympathy.
Namba-kun, thank you so much for coming with me. As I said earlier, thanks to you I was able to clearly convey everything to him without worry. And finally, I'm sorry for dragging you into this.
Rewinding time a bit, on our way home after everything was resolved with Ogo-san, walking through the dimly lit residential streets, sometimes illuminated by streetlights, Akizuki-senpai began to speak. It's okay. I followed you because I was worried. Besides, if he tried anything, I was prepared to protect you. That's why I came. In fact, I was happy you relied on me.
Namba-kun, you're really kind, aren't you? You once told me that I was kind, but I think you're the truly kind one.
That's not true. My actions were motivated by self-interest.
Huh?
I figured if I showed you how dependable I am, maybe you would start to notice me.
What do you mean?
Akizuki-senpai blushed as she grasped the meanings of my words. Yes, I had secretly fallen for her. I stopped in my tracks and looked her straight in the eyes. Akizuki Kaede-san, I like you. I may be expressionless and just an ordinary salaryman, not wealthy, but I will never cheat. I'll never hurt you or make you sad. Of course, you don't have to decide right away, but please, consider a future with me.
Honestly, I'm not ready for a relationship anytime soon. But if you're okay with that...
The definition of cheating and how to cherish someone differs from person to person. But hurting others to protect the one you love is wrong, no matter the context. Akizuki-senpai, would you like to get a parfait on the way home today?
Yes, I'd love to.
There was nothing on the ring finger of her left hand, but in its place, she could now go on dates and attend parties with me. Now that she's free, I'll give it my all to win her over.